Introduction to Flutter Notes App Part 1. In this video, we embark on the journey of building a Flutter-based notes application. Flutter, developed by Google, is an open-source UI software development kit that enables developers to create natively compiled applications for mobile, web, and desktop from a single codebase. Our goal is to develop a simple yet functional notes app that allows users to create, view, and manage their notes efficiently. We'll begin by setting up our development environment, ensuring that all necessary tools and dependencies are installed. This foundational step is crucial for a smooth development process. Once the setup is complete, we'll focus on implementing a dark theme to enhance the user experience, especially in low-light environments. The dark theme not only provides aesthetic appeal but also reduces eye strain. The core of our application lies in the Notes UI. We'll design an intuitive interface that allows users to interact seamlessly with the app. This includes creating a layout that accommodates various screen sizes and orientations, ensuring a responsive design. Throughout this video, we'll explore several essential Flutter widgets that form the building blocks of our application. These widgets are fundamental to creating a cohesive and interactive user interface. By the end of this video, you'll have a solid understanding of how to utilize these widgets effectively in your Flutter projects. Basic setup. Setting up the development environment is the first and most crucial step in any Flutter project. To begin, you'll need to install Flutter and Dart on your machine. Flutter provides detailed installation guides for various operating systems, ensuring that developers can get started quickly regardless of their platform. Once Flutter is installed, it's essential to configure your IDE, Integrated Development Environment. Popular choices for Flutter development include Android Studio, Visual Studio Code, and IntelliJ IDEA. These IDEs offer Flutter-specific plugins that provide features like code completion, debugging, and widget inspection, streamlining the development process. After setting up the IDE, it's a good practice to create a new Flutter project. This can be done using the command line or through the IDE's interface. The new project will come with a default template that includes a demo app. This template serves as a starting point, allowing you to focus on building your application's unique features. With the project set up, you can now run the default app on an emulator or a physical device. This step ensures that your development environment is correctly configured and that you can see your changes in real time. As you progress, you may need to install additional dependencies. Flutter's Package Manager, Pub, makes it easy to add packages to your project. These packages can provide functionalities like state management, networking, and more. Always ensure that you review and understand the packages you add to maintain the quality and performance of your application. Applying dark theme. Implementing a dark theme in your application enhances user experience, especially in low-light conditions. Flutter makes it straightforward to apply a dark theme globally across your app. To begin, you need to define a theme data object that specifies the colors, fonts, and other visual properties for the dark theme. This object can be customized to match your app's branding and design guidelines. Once the theme data is defined, you can apply globally by setting the theme property in the Material App widget. This ensures that all widgets within your app adhere to the dark theme unless overridden. In addition to the global theme, you can also provide a mechanism for users to toggle between light and dark themes. This can be achieved by storing the user's preference and updating the theme accordingly. Flutter's state management solutions, such as Provider or Riverpod, can assist in managing this state efficiently. It's important to test your app's UI under both light and dark themes to ensure that all elements are visible and accessible. Pay attention to contrast ratios and ensure that text is legible against the background colors. By implementing a dark theme, you not only improve the aesthetics of your app but also cater to users who prefer darker interfaces, thereby enhancing the overall user experience. Create Notes UI. Designing an intuitive and user-friendly Notes UI is the heart of our application. The user interface should facilitate easy note creation, viewing, and management. Begin by structuring the layout to accommodate essential components like a list of notes, a button to add new notes, and a navigation drawer or bottom navigation bar for additional functionalities. Each note can be represented as a card or a list tile, displaying the note's title and a snippet of its content. Tapping on a note should navigate the user to a detailed view where they can read the full note and make edits if necessary. The Add New Note button should be prominently placed, allowing users to create new notes effortlessly. Upon tapping this button, a form should appear where users can enter the note's title and content. This form can include text fields, drop-downs, or other input widgets as needed. Consider implementing features like note categorization, search functionality, and the ability to mark notes as favorites. These features enhance the app's usability and provide users with more control over their notes. Ensure that the UI is responsive, adapting seamlessly to different screen sizes and orientations. This can be achieved by using Flutter's layout widgets like column, row, and expanded, along with media query to obtain screen dimensions. By focusing on a clean and intuitive design, you can create a Notes UI that enhances user engagement and satisfaction. App Bar Widget. The App Bar widget in Flutter is one of the most essential components in any mobile app that aims to follow material design principles. It serves as the topmost component in a typical mobile UI and plays a vital role in navigation, branding, and user engagement. When you think of an app's identity, whether it's the app's name, logo, or signature navigation pattern, the app bar is where much of this begins. Let's start by understanding why the app bar exists. In most mobile applications, users need to perform frequent actions like navigating between screens, triggering a search, or accessing a menu. The app bar centralizes these interactions. It typically includes a title or logo to establish context, icons for common actions, and a leading icon, often a menu or back arrow, for navigation. In essence, it's the header of your screen, and it guides the user experience in a predictable, consistent way. One powerful feature of Flutter's app bar is customization. Unlike static UI components in some frameworks, the app bar is highly flexible. You can control not just its content, but its layout, background color, elevation, i.e., shadow depth, shape, and even add animations or images. For example, if you're building a Notes app, you might display the name of the app at the top, a search icon to look for notes, and a menu button to filter or categorize them. All of this fits nicely into the app bar space. Additionally, app bar supports a flexible space property. This allows developers to integrate things like background images, gradients, or animations, providing visual richness and branding flair. A common use case is collapsing headers in scrollable UIs where the app bar shrinks or grows as the user scrolls. This is often combined with Sliver App Bar, a more advanced variant that allows for dynamic behavior in scrollable areas. Scaffold Widget. When we think about the foundation of a building, we imagine a stable platform that holds everything together: the floors, the walls, the utilities. In Flutter, that foundational structure is the Scaffold Widget. It's one of the most commonly used widgets in the framework because it provides a basic layout structure that's not only practical but essential to building visually coherent and functionally consistent interfaces. At its most fundamental level, the scaffold acts like a blueprint for your app's visual layout. It's the widget that makes it easy to implement the visual scaffolding of a material design application. But don't be fooled by its simplicity. It's packed with functionality that provides everything you need to create an app screen that feels organized, responsive, and native to the platform. The scaffold gives you structure. It provides predefined slots for all the common elements that make up a mobile app screen: the app bar at the top, the body in the center, floating action buttons, drawers, bottom navigation bars, snack bars, and more. Think of it as the skeleton of your UI. It doesn't define what your app does, but it gives you all the spaces where things should go. To sum it all up, the scaffold widget in Flutter is more than just a layout tool. It's the central nervous system of your app's UI, handling everything from layout structure to interaction behavior. It encourages good design practices, simplifies complex interfaces, and makes development faster and more intuitive. Whether you're building a simple Notes app or a full-fledged business tool, the scaffold provides the foundational structure that brings coherence, stability, and usability to your app. Let's also talk about how the scaffold supports platform consistency. Flutter aims to make apps feel at home on both iOS and Android. The scaffold, through its use of material design principles, helps achieve that goal by giving developers components that naturally conform to platform norms. However, if you're targeting iOS specifically and want a more native look, you can combine the scaffold with Cupertino widgets, or forego it for a more custom layout approach. But for most cases, the scaffold provides the fastest, most efficient way to get your app looking polished and working fluidly. From a usability standpoint, scaffold also improves accessibility. By managing layout structure and organizing elements predictably, it makes your UI easier for assistive technologies to interpret. Things like floating buttons, snack bars, and navigation drawers appear in expected positions, helping users who rely on screen readers or other tools to navigate the app smoothly. In terms of performance, scaffold is lightweight and efficient. It doesn't bog down your app with unnecessary complexity. Instead, it handles UI behavior and positioning intelligently, allowing your app to remain responsive and smooth, even as the interface becomes more dynamic. Snack bars are transient messages that inform users of a process, like message sent or item deleted, and they appear at the bottom of the screen for a few seconds. Because the scaffold manages the layout, it automatically adjusts other elements when a snack bar is displayed, preventing overlap and keeping everything clean and readable. This kind of automatic coordination is one of the main reasons developers rely on Scaffold. It handles layout relationships so you don't have to micromanage them. You can also include a bottom navigation bar, which is common in apps with multiple primary sections like Home, Search, Profile, etc. This sits at the bottom of the screen and allows users to switch between different parts of the app. Again, the scaffold makes implementation seamless by providing a specific property just for this component. You don't need to manually align or configure the placement, it's all handled with intuitive structure. What makes the scaffold especially powerful is how it balances structure with flexibility. You're given a predefined layout system, but you're not locked into it. Want to make the app bar disappear on scroll? You can. Want the fab to dock differently or animate on state changes? That's all possible. You're working within a helpful framework, not a restrictive box. Let's talk about its most recognizable parts. First, the app bar, which we discussed earlier, is seamlessly integrated into the scaffold. By assigning the app bar widget to the scaffold's app bar property, you're placing a consistent navigation and branding area right where users expect it, at the top of the screen. This integration is one of the reasons the scaffold is so effective,